Hello everyone, I invite you to every Monday's cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the situation on BTC in pair to USDT on a 4-hour interval. As we can see, the price is moving in the local pattern trend channel. Now let's move on to marking the support points that the price has in case of further declines. And we can see that the first support is at $22,955, the second support at $22,679. If the price goes lower, we can see a drop to around $21,873 in line with the pattern being formed. Looking the other way, in a similar way, we can determine the places of resistance that the price has to face. As you can see, we have the first resistance at $23,305, the second resistance at $23,509, the third resistance at $23,663, and then a strong resistance zone from $23,842 to $24,078. It is worth watching the EMA cross here, because we can see that the red EMA cross 10 line turns around, and when it crosses the green EMA cross 30 line from above, we can see the entry into a downtrend. The CHOP index indicates that the energy is gathering strength, the MACD indicates a local downtrend, while the RSI has a healthy rebound, which may make room for new increases. As the second in today's statement, we have the ETH to USDT chart, also on a one-day interval. Let's start by drawing a downtrend line, which, as you can see, the price has broken. Then we will mark the local uptrend line above which the price is currently moving. Now, as we can see, the price has rebounded from the resistance at $1,683. Only when the price breaks it will move towards the resistance at $1,795 and then to the resistance at $2,032. Looking the other way, it is worth determining the levels of support for ETH in the event of a correction. And as you can see, we have the first support at $1,539. If the price goes lower, we have another support at $1,451, $1,378, and then we have a strong support zone from $1,307 to $1,203. Further, we can see that the CHOP indicator indicates that the energy is starting to rebound. The MACD, despite the correction, indicates an uptrend, while the RSI, despite the rebound, indicates that we are above the upper range, which may cause the price to correct. As the third in today's chart, we will check the FTM chart in relation to USDT on a one-day time frame. We will start by marking the downtrend line that the price has broken. Then we can define the lines of the current uptrend. Next, we can define the lines of the current uptrend. Now let's move on to marking the support that we should take into account after such dynamic increases. And here we have the first support at the price of 42 cents, the second support at the price of 37 cents. Then we can mark a strong support zone to which the price may move back from 33 cents to 29 cents. And then support at the price of 24 cents. Looking the other way, we can see that we are currently facing a very strong resistance at 52 cents. But when we manage to overcome it and positively test it, we can see an increase to around 74 cents. It is worth paying attention to the EMA cross 50 and 200, because we see that the 50 marked on the chart with the yellow line dynamically turns upwards, and when it crosses the 200 marked with the blue line, we can see a bullish uptrend. The CHOP index indicates that we are slowly regaining energy. The MACD indicates an ongoing uptrend, while the RSI has a slight rebound, but is still moving above the upper range, which may lead to a price correction. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice. As the last in today's review, we will check the situation on DOT, taking into account the one-day interval. Let's start by marking the downtrend line, which the price has broken above, and we are currently moving above the uptrend line. Let's move on to denoting the resistances that the price must overcome, and here we see that the first resistance is at $7.14, the second resistance is at $8.06, the third is at $8.96, and the fourth is at $10.24. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the places of support. And here we have the first support at $6.23, the second at $5.85. Then we can mark the support zone from $5.55 to $5.20, and the second support zone from $4.78 to $4.20. As we can see, the EMA cross 10 and 30 indicate an uptrend, the CHOP index indicates entering a local downtrend, while the RSI shows a rebound and a downtrend. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.